Hey there! In this video, we'll explore the difference between the property exists and the exists method in Laravel. Before we begin, I would like to thank everyone who supports this channel, especially the 2050 subscribers. Your support helps me continue creating straight-to-the-point tutorials. Alright, let's get started. In this example, we have two product models. The first product is retrieved from a database, and the other is a newly created product but not yet saved in the database. Let's explore how the exists property works. If we hover over it, we can see that exists is a property of an Eloquent model that indicates whether the model is stored in the database. Now let's die and dump both models to check their values. Product exists returns true because the model was retrieved from a database, meaning it already exists. And new product exists returns false because we created it, but we haven't saved it yet. So it doesn't exist in the database. Let's now explore how the exists query builder method works. First, let's dump and die both models to check their values. And surprisingly, both return true. But why? For product, the first product, this makes sense since it was retrieved from the database. However, to understand why new product exists also returns true, we need to take a closer look. Let's dump the query log to inspect it. And here is the query. This query checks if there is at least one row in the products table. And if the table has rows, the query will return true. If the table is empty, it will return false. But in my case, the products table is not empty. And that's why the new product exists returns true. If the products table was empty, then new product exists would return false. If you want to learn more about the exists method, check out this article. In this video, we've explored the difference between the exists property and the exists method in Laravel. While both are related to checking whether a model exists in a database, they serve different purposes. The exists property is specific to an individual Eloquent model that indicates whether the model was retrieved from a database or not. It returns true if the model exists in a database, and false if it's a newly created model that hasn't been saved. On the other hand, the exists method is a query builder method that checks if at least one record exists in a database for a given table. In my case, the products table. This method works by executing a query to verify the presence of rows in the table, not necessarily tied to a specific model instance. Alright, that was it. If you enjoyed this video, consider checking out the other tutorials on this channel. Wishing you a wonderful day, and I look forward to catching you in the next one.